Students, now we are going to discuss about reproduction in bacteria. Bacteria reproduces asexually by binary fission, gonidia and endospore formation. Among these, binary fission is the most common type. So this is called as binary fission. See here, this is binary fission formation. The asexual method of reproduction in bacteria, which will be common process, which will be done by binary fission. So this is a bacteria. First, this nuclei, that is DNA, will be divided. So this is called karyokinesis. After division of this nucleus, there is a cell wall formation is formed. Then cytoplasm is divided. Then cell is divided. So single cell become into two cells. Bi means two. So a single cell divided into two bacterial cell. It is called as binary fission. So here, this is another one, asexual reproduction. It is endospore formation. So this is a bacterial cell. Around the bacterial cell, there is an encapsulation. Gelatinous material will be formed around the cell, which is forming endospore. So this is called as endospore formation. So these are the two asexual reproductive method to be followed. We can see about binary fission. Under favorable condition, the cell divides into two daughter cells. The nuclear material divides first, and it is followed by the formation of a simple median in the middle, the median constriction, which finally result in the separation of two cells. So this is called binary fission. Then endospore formation. During unfavorable condition, if the condition is not suitable for survival, the bacteria can able to produce endospore. Endospores are produced in Bacillus megaterium, Bacillus spiricus, and also Clostridium tetani. Endospores are thick-walled resting spore. During favorable condition, they germinate and form bacteria. That's all about binary fission and endospore formation. Now we shall see about sexual reproduction. There are three different types of sexual reproductions are there: conjugation, transformation, transduction. Originally, it is not typical sexual reproduction. It is nearly the fusion of recombination of gene, but it is not fusion of gametes. So just a recombination of genes only, or recombination of DNA only. It is not formation of gametes and fusion of gametes. So typical sexual reproduction involving the formation and fusion of gamete is totally absent in bacteria. However, gene recombination can occur in bacteria by three different methods called conjugation, transformation, transduction. One by one, we can able to see. See here. So this picture will be helping you to understand about conjugation. So there are two bacteria. One of the bacteria is called as donor, another bacteria will be called as recipient. The donor bacteria will be called as F plus cell. There is fertility cell. The F1, F minus cell will be called as recipient. So here, extra chromosomal DNA are being circular in nature. One of the circular, it is actually double strand. One of the strand will be break up and form like a conjugation pilus. Here the pilus will be joined together to form a tube-like structure. Through this tube, this one of the DNA strand will be migrate and forming a coil in the other cell. Then both will be formed double separate coil. Then they can separate. So this method is called conjugation. So this conjugation is a type of reproduction. It is not original reproduction. Yes, Lederberg and Edward L. Darton demonstrated conjugation in E. coli in the year 1946. In this method of gene transfer, the donor cell gets attached to the recipient cell with the help of pili. So in the middle pili form a tube-like structure. The pilus grows in size and forms a conjugation tube. The plasmid of one of the donor cell, which has the F plus, this is called fertility factor, undergoes replication. Only one strand of DNA is transferred to the recipient cell through the conjugation tube. So the recipient complete the structure of double strand circular the strand of DNA by synthesizing a new strand along with the earlier DNA that complement the strand acquired from the donor. So in such a manner, they can form the conjugation. So next one, we are going to see about transformation. So transformation is something good. The transferring of one DNA into the DNA of one organism is transferred into the DNA of another organism, which will make completely transfer of the characteristic features of the previous DNA. For example, a great scientist who was called as Frederick Griffith, he has done experiment on mice with the help of bacteria called Diplococcus pneumonia. So transfer of DNA from one bacterium to the another is called transformation. In the year 1928, the bacteriologist Frederick Griffith demonstrated the transformation in mice. Mice means rats, using Diplococcus pneumonia. Two strains of this bacteria are present. One strain produces smooth colony and are virulent in nature. This is also called as S type. Smooth will be called as S type. That means the cell wall will be made up by polysaccharide. Due to the presence of polysaccharide, they are being smooth in nature, but they are virulent. If they are injected, this bacteria, if it is injected, the rat will be killed, the mice will kill. So this is one type of bacteria. Diplococcus pneumonia bacteria is one type of bacteria. Another Diplococcus pneumonia bacteria is also there. In addition to another strain produce a rough colony and are avirulent. This is called as R type. That means they do not have any polysaccharide. Without any polysaccharide, they are looking like rough shape. And moreover, they will not cause any disease and they will not kill. So this is second type. So one of the strain will cause disease, pneumonia disease. Another bacteria will not cause disease. S type bacteria will cause pneumonia. R type bacteria will not cause pneumonia because S type is having smooth surface which are having polysaccharide. The R type is having without polysaccharide which are rough shape. So they will not cause any pneumonia disease. When S type cells were injected into the mouse died. When R types of the cells were injected, the mouse survived. He killed S type. That means S type is strong, virulent. If it is injected, they will be killed. But what he has done, scientist Frederick Griffith, what he has done, he killed S type. That means he killed the S type bacteria by heat. Then he has injected into the mouse. Mouse did not die. The mouse being survived. When the mixture of heat killed S type as well as R type, both will not kill individually. When S type of cells were injected into the mouse died. When R types of cells are injected, the mouse survived. He injected heat killed S type cells into the mouse did not die. When the mixture of heat killed S type cells and R type cells were injected into the mouse died. Understand one thing? When R type virulent, if it is injected, the mouse did not die. Similarly, the heat killed S type is also not died. If both heat killed S type and normal R type are combined together, if it is injected, the bacteria, the mouse killed. So what happened? The hereditary character of S type is transferred to R type and it killed. That means S type is having one type of DNA, R type is having another type of DNA. The S type DNA is transferred into the R type, then it killed the mouse. So this is the transformation. So the hereditary material of heat killed S type cells had transferred to the R type cell into the virulent smooth strain. Thus the phenomenon of changing the character of one strain by transferring the DNA of another strain into the former is called transformation. So the diagrammatic representation will be help you to understand very easily. Look at the picture. This is R strain. Griffith injected this R strain into the mouse. The mouse alive. That means they did not kill. Then he used smooth strain. If he is injected smooth strain, the mouse died. Then what happened? He killed the smooth strain. Then he injected the mouse alive. Then he joined hard strain plus heat kill smooth strain combined together or mixed together and injected. Now it is dead. That means the DNA of heat kill smooth strain is transformed into DNA of hard strain and become a strain. Then it killed mouse. So this is called transformation. Do you understand? So this is the transformation have been done. Next one is transfection. Transfection is simple. Already we had seen in bacteriophage. So this is a bacteriophage which is injecting the DNA or joined together, then just forming assembly and maturation and releasing and kill the bacteria. These are all comes under transfection. So Zinder and Niederberg discovered transfection in Salmonella typhi. Phage-mediated DNA transfer is called transfection. Transfection is two types, namely generalized transfection, specialized or restricted transfection. Generalized transfection, the ability of the bacteriophage to carry genetic material of any region of bacterial DNA is called generalized transfection. Specialized or restricted transfection means the ability of the bacteriophage to carry only a specific region of any bacterial DNA is called a specialized or restricted transfection. Now we shall discuss about economic importance of bacteria. Bacteria are both beneficial as well as harmful. So beneficial activities of bacteria we can see in the table. We shall see the table column. So these are various economical importance and useful of bacteria. Some of the bacteria will be very much helpful to increase the soil fertility. So increase the nitrogen content in the soil by ammonification, by nitrification and nitrogen fixation. Various bacteria like Bacillus ramosus, Bacillus mycoides, which will be making ammonification. That means they can convert complex protein in the dead bodies of plants and animals into ammonia, which is later converted into ammonium salt. Then some of the bacteria like Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas bacteria, which have been done nitrification by convert ammonium salt into nitrates and nitrates. Similarly, Acetobacter, Clostridium, Rhizobium bacteria are involved in nitrogen fixation. During nitrogen fixation, Acetobacter converting atmospheric nitrogen into organic nitrogen. Clostridium, the nitrogenous compounds are also oxidized to nitrogen. All these activities of bacteria increase the soil fertility. The soil fertility will be increased by these bacteria by various processes. Similarly, some of the bacteria will be very much helpful to producing antibiotics. Streptomycin is an antibiotics which will be produced by Streptomyces crisis. This will be curing urinary infection, tuberculosis, meningitis and pneumonia. Ariomycin is another antibiotics which are produced by Streptomyces aureophacines. It is used for a medicine to treat whooping cough and eye infection. Similarly, chloromycetin is another antibiotics which will be produced from the bacteria called Streptomyces venezuelae. It cures typhoid fever. Another antibiotic is called bacitracin. Bacitracin is obtained from Bacillus licheniformis, which will be very much used for treating syphilis disease. Another antibiotic is called polymyxin, which will be obtained from Bacillus polymixa, which can be able to cure a bacterial, some of the bacterial disease. So most of the bacteria are also used in industrial use. They can use for preparing lactic acid by lactobacillus bacteria, which can convert milk sugar into lactose into lactic acid. Similarly, butter, cheese, curd, yogurt, these are all also will be converting milk into butter, cheese, curd, yogurt by various lactobacillus species. Then vinegar. Vinegar is acetic acid. which is the bacteria oxidize ethyl alcohol obtained from molasses by fermentation to vinegar, acetic acid, by a certain bacteria like Acetobacter, acetic. Similarly, Clostridium acetobutyraticum will be very much useful to produce alcohol and acetone. Butyl alcohol, methyl alcohol can be prepared. These alcohol and acetones are prepared from molasses by fermentation activity of the anaerobic bacteria. Some of the bacterium like Clostridium tertium, these are very much used for retting fibers. So fibers from the fiber yielding plants are separated by the axil of Clostridium, is called as retting of fibers. Some of the bacteria can able to produce vitamins. E. coli, Clostridium bacteria, they can able to give very good vitamins. So E. coli bacteria living in intestine of human being produce large quantities of vitamin K and vitamin B complex as well. Similarly, Clostridium acetobutylum, these are also which can able to produce vitamin B2, is prepared by fermentation of sugar. Similarly, some of the bacteria like Microcarpus and Bacillus curing of tea and tobacco, their special flavor and aroma, a beautiful smell of tea and tobacco are due to the formation of fermentation or curing which will be done by these bacteria. So these are all beneficial of bacteria. Similarly, bacteria are also cause diseases in plants, diseases in animals, diseases in human beings as well. Bacteria, various type of bacteria which will be cause diseases in various plants. So bacterial plant disease which will be caused by Xanthomonas oryzae bacteria in rice. Yervinia amelovora is a bacteria which can cause a disease called air blight in autumn. Yervinia keratovora. So this is a bacteria which can cause a disease called soft rot in carrot. Xanthomonas citri is a bacteria which can cause a disease called citrus canker in citrus plant. Xanthomonas malvacearum is a bacteria which can able to cause a disease called angular leaf spot disease in cotton. Similarly, Glaviobacter as well as Sapodidicus, these type of bacteria which can able to cause ring rot disease in potato. Similarly, Streptomyces scabis which will be forming scabic disease in potato. So these are all bacterial diseases in plants. Some of the bacterial diseases in animals also can be seen. Bacillus anthracis will be causing a disease called anthrax in sheep. Similarly, Brucella abortus will be causing a disease called brucellosis in cattle. Similarly, Mycobacterium bovis will be forming a disease called bovine tuberculosis in cattle. Clostridium chowoi will be causing a disease called black leg in cattle. Similarly, some bacterial diseases are also very common in human being. Vibrio cholerae can cause cholera. Salmonella typhi can cause typhoid. Mycobacterium tuberculosis can cause tuberculosis. Mycobacterium leprae can cause leprosy disease. Diplococcus pneumonia can cause pneumonia. Yersinia pestis can cause plague. Corynebacterium diphtheria can cause diphtheria. Clostridium tetani can cause disease tetanus. Clostridium botulinum will cause disease of food poisoning. Treponema pallidum will be cause a disease called syphilis. So that's all about bacterial diseases. Now